Morning all, welcome back to the channel. Mark from Leeds here again. Just off on a little ride to see what the new suspension is like on the 250. So what I've gone for is hyperpro, heavier rear spring and springs in the front with new oil, just to stiffen it up to see what it's like. And also I've got my coveted yellow handguards, but I bought Bark Buster Jet this time, so I want to review them as well. Well, it's not really a review, it's just a ride. So yeah, stick around if it's of interest to you. Keep watching. Automatically the suspension feels much plusher. Doesn't dive like it normally does, and I've only just done literally a couple of corners. Just going to go down a bit of a rough trail road. It is blocked off at the end, so I'll have to do a U-turn, but at least it'll give me a different feel to just riding on the road, but it feels much plusher so far. Also, I put a drop link, a shorter 30mm shorter drop link in the rear, because only having 30-inch inside leg was a little bit tall, but it was never an issue with the suspension before, because it sagged that much. It were only a problem when I was trying to throw my leg over when you're stopping at gates and you know, stuff like that. To oh, it's a little bit wet as well. Always a chore to throw my leg over the bike on off all the time. So, but one thing I have noticed is I may have to do something with the side stand, because it does seem to be sat up quite a lot now. So, but an easy, quite straightforward job, just to cut the foot off, shorten it by a bit and re-weld it back on. I've got those skills, so I can I could do that at home, possibly buy a spare side stand, just in case I want to put it all back to standard at a later date. It does feel much better, the suspension. I wish I could just ride all up and down here, but being a responsible biker, you're not allowed to really. So don't want to upset the locals, as I'm a local, so you've got to respect the rules and the laws that this country gives out. But all down here is old pit mining, landfill. It lends itself absolutely perfect for you know, some sort of activity centre for local people, because it's quite big. Biking is quite big around where I live. It would most certainly take the youths off the street with bikes and stuff and give them a place to go and ride, which you know, the lawmakers of the land don't actually seem to grasp, you know. So this is the end of the journey here for me. I'll just have to spin it back round. Yeah, definitely feels much better. If you hear me sort of coughing or clearing my throat quite a bit, is I've just I've been getting over COVID, which to be honest was a bit of a rough ride for a couple of days. It did make me feel very unpleasant. But yeah, I'm pretty much getting over it now, just being left with this silly cough, and I've got sort of like cold symptoms now. I've actually just doused myself wet through now. So that's off-roading for you. Just sneak it back through here. I'm going to go and say hello to my mum and dad. My dad's probably out at the cafe, Sherburn, Squires Cafe, but my mum will probably be in. I'll get her to get kettle on. So yeah, just like I say, it's only a little one today, you know. I wanted to get out, make a little bit of content, do a bit of editing, which I'm very much enjoying. I know some people don't like the process of editing and whatnot, but don't know, I seem to get it, I seem to like it. Yeah, I'm not sure whether my content's interesting or whatever, but I mainly do it for me. I don't do it for financial gain or anybody else. But yeah, I've got a real big supportive followers, all 31 followers. Thank you very much. You do make it worth doing, to be honest. Support a small channel and support you back. As you can probably see, I've only got one handguard on at the moment. I put that one on because this side is against the garage wall, and because I've been so busy doing the suspension and stuff like that, which the rear shock was an absolute pig to take out. God, some strong person must have put those bolts in, and obviously with years of rust and stuff like that, it was quite tricky to get out. But I do recommend, if you're going to do it, buy the right tools, which fortunately I've got tools in the garage, and spring pullers and whatnot. Makes the job so much easier. The only thing that I'm lacking is a sturdy bench, and I've got a big vise, but I just need a sturdy bench to have that set up. That would have made things a lot easier. Almost at the parents now. If anybody's followed the videos before, I do generally take a beeline to their house for a quick run round. Don't know if I've mentioned before, but my parents have just recently retired and they live near me now, which is amazing. They used to live in Leeds, in Headingley. That's where I got the name from, Mark from Leeds. I don't live there anymore. Moved away some years ago. Well, lots of years ago. Right guys, I'm going to bid my farewells. Thank you for watching, and I'm Mark from Leeds. Goodbye. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, I've got a new camera in my setup. Teapot one. Thanks a lot, pal. Spot on, absolutely bob on. You are the man. Bruce, respect.